Hi, my name is Josef Kučera and I'm very happy to present our research on behalf of my colleagues and co-authors Ivo Marek and Sonia Nováčková. We come from the Palacký University in Olomouc and the Charles University in Prague, Czech Republic. The title of our study is Agenesis of maxillary lateral incisors, bone formation by orthodontic tooth movement, and long-term stability of the edentulous alveolar ridge 12 to 15 years after treatment. This paper was designed as a follow-up on a previous study published in the AGODO in 2011. Both the papers were inspired by Professor Vince Kokit Sr. from the University of Washington, who introduced the method of orthodontic site development and who later helped us with the setup of the study and research goals. In both studies, we observed a group of 80 patients with upper lateral incisor agenesis treated by distalization of upper canines and space opening for future prosthetic or implant reconstruction. The main goal was to assess the stability of the orthodontically created bone. The secondary aim was to evaluate the influence of age on the amount of bone changes. In this study, conducted another 10 years after the previous study, we only included patients with adhesive bridges, where the bone dimensions are not influenced by the insertion of a dental implant. So the final group then included 32 patients with 46 agenesis sites. Patients were observed before and after orthodontic treatment, 2 to 5 years and 12 to 15 years after treatment. To be consistent with our previous study, we used the same methods. We evaluated the bone width on section plaster models, and we measured the decrease of bone height on X-rays. The results show that the bone width has reduced less than 0.5 millimeters, which is around 4% of bone width reduction 12 to 15 years after treatment. Regarding the bone height, we found a decrease of about 0.6 millimeters in the same period, which is about 7.5% decrease compared to the original bone height. Based on these results, we can therefore conclude that the orthodontically created bone is very stable, even in the long term. We also found no influence of age on the alveolar bone changes. What this means clinically is that you can start treatment in the adolescence as usual, and then wait for the proper time of implantation when the growth of the patients is finished, and you don't have to worry that you lose the bone volume. I would like to thank the AGODO for the opportunity to present our research. Thank you for your attention and enjoy reading the paper.